going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here, and I want to give you some updates on Assetto Corsa. So it is Friday the 31st of January, and they just did another big release. They released 0.6 for the early access, and rather than give you the full direct details about the game and that be done, I want to talk to you about the notes that they put up on Facebook. It better explains everything, so I'll just run through that instead of the direct updates that have come through. The updates will be available on the NOG website, of course, and I'll have a link below, so you can check out the official updates or go to the Steam page for Assetto Corsa as well. Alright, so while we're doing some racing in the background here, this time they're not releasing any new cars or any new tracks. They want to focus on the physics engine and the depth of physics engine, and get more of that corrected versus giving us more cars. We've already got 35 cars in the game. There's already 12 tracks available, so they want to focus on the core part of the game that they need to focus on. So, first of all, they're enabling AI quick races for all cars and all tracks. You can select whatever car you like, whatever track you like, and whatever number of opponents up to the track limits depending upon the track that you're on. Most importantly, you can select different opponents to race against. Multi-class, multi-error, multi-performance, multi-whatever. Multiplayer is not officially ready, and they're working on that part, but the AI multiplayer is out, so that's a good thing. So, and I've run against them a couple times already. I haven't brought anything out to you guys for that. I gotta get some stuff out on that as well. I gotta get more stuff out on that. And it's pretty difficult. It's pretty rough to run against them. Excuse me. So, I've lost my train of thought while I'm driving. I worked very hard to enable all cars and tracks to enable the AI. Tons of data to process, but they didn't just stop there. They laid the ground to build a better AI that understands better the intentions of the player. So on some cars you might see a better behavior, on some others more or less the same as what was in there before. But the work is there, and slowly they're going to get that updated. So, yeah, I mean, it was the first edition of the player AI that came out, so now we're moving to the second edition of it. You know, they're starting to tweak everything, and it's important that we keep giving them feedback so they know how to get it set up properly. So what else? Collisions. You can lean on your opponents now, bump door against door, push, get pushed, and the experience should be far better than what it was. More importantly, no more landmines, and you can go over high curves with far more realistic behavior. What happens when you hit a curve. That also permits us to make a terrain collisions more accurate, and this means more setup work for you, as you might need to make your setup stiffer, maybe bump stops or raise the car height to make sure that you're not bottoming out. If you hear strange scraping noises, is what they're saying, and experience unexpected spins and fast turns, it might mean that your whole setup is way too low. So, setup, of course, is getting more mature, and this means that it requests from us more skills and more setup work, which is fine with me, because the more you get to set up your car, the happier you're going to be. So all those features are coming in, and that's a great thing. What else? Sound engine. So they worked on the sound engine for this one, and they improved the sound of the opponent cars in the AI races, as well as they took advantage of the 5.1 surround sound systems. Apparently it's been quite extensive work, too long for them to describe, and they want to let us, and of course we're going to have to get the feedback if there's any bugs on that. But that's cool. So now it's set up with the 5.1 system, and it sounds far more considerable, which is always a good thing. More realistic, more fun. Lots of little fixes, bug hunting, optimizations, features like the steering wheel hiding, look behind, smoke rendering on mirrors, and with on and off options. Penalty system is now selectable in the UI. that type of stuff without the game. And then last but not least, very important and very complicated theme model management for UI. So what does this mean? This means modders can now write their plugins and connect them inside the user interface. Okay? Yes, there is modding available. I've talked about it once or twice. I've touched on it. So theme modules are now saved inside the username documents instead of Corsa folder. This is very important as they update the user interface every time. I think it's necessary users will not lose their installed mods and the UI modifications. As long as those mods and modifications are made following the guidelines set by Assetto Corsa, everything will stay in place for you when they keep making the updates, so that's a good thing. Users can now select which UI mods to enable in the options general menu of the game. There's also an example of documentation for modders, like I was just saying a second ago. So this is far more important than it might seem, and opens the doors to modders to create amazing applications to work seamlessly within the game. And that's, that's you can't ask for more. So you got a game that's already in beta, alpha still, but it's scheduled to come out this year. Quality game as it is. Physics are pretty good and working to improve everything. Bringing out the AI, we're expecting multiplayer. Once you get the AI tweaked up, I would expect multiplayer will probably follow suit with something similar to it, so that's going to be a good thing. And then, of course, they're supporting the modding community. We're in early stages of the game, and they're supporting the modders. And how many big simulation racing games out there do we know? The ones that last are the ones that support the modders. Of course, you've got, the other ones that I play, like Simulator, which is pretty awesome. But for a game like this to already be accepting the mods, which means they're going to have a Steam Workshop set up at some point, probably, so you can really get into the modding system from Steam. I think that's great. So stay tuned for more. Thanks for sitting around, listening, watching me drive horribly. And if you want to see all the direct updates, do check out the nogcommunity.com website. I'll have it under the Assetto Corsa section. I'll have a link below. Or you can check out the Steam Workshop, or it's technically you can check it out on Steam as well. The information is there. So until next time, guys, please do hit that like button. Comments if you got any comments. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And we'll catch you in the next episode. See you guys later.